Yeah, that's right, as well as the humidity. Humidity is going to be downright low again as well. So there's kind of a lot that we need to concentrate on. Now, Julie, you mentioned temperatures. It's going to be cooler out there today than what we saw outside yesterday, not just for the afternoon, but it's cold out there this morning. Grab your jacket if you're heading out early today. Temperatures right now, we're going to get to those in just a second. Mid-60s for the valley this afternoon for most part, so well below average. Winds sustained by this afternoon up to 35 miles an hour. We're starting out with winds that are mostly calm early this morning. They're going to be picking up through the day. Humidity, meanwhile, down to as low as 3% in some areas. Dangerously dry. That lends itself to easy fire starts. All around for today, we have fire danger in the high to extreme range heading through your Tuesday afternoon. Moving forward, fire danger today in that high to extreme range. Tomorrow, mostly in the high range. Winds still a little gusty, not as strong as what's ahead for today, though. And then moderate fire danger late this week. I'd love to say it's going to be low, but it's still going to be very dry out there. So that does lend itself to those easy fire starts. That's why fire danger is still in the moderate range, even as the winds die off later this week. The red flag warning in effect from 8 a.m. this morning through 4 p.m. on Wednesday. Gusty winds out of the north are going to be a big issue for us. Humidity is going to get down into the single digits in some areas, and fuels are already very dry. Now, looking at what we're seeing for humidity this morning, 58% for Orville. That's the high mark in the valley right now. We are likely to fall into the single digits to teens this afternoon, so that's going to be an issue for us. Winds at the moment, not very strong yet. Again, 10 miles an hour out of the northeast right now in Red Bluff, but get a look at what's projected through the day. By around noon, gusts up to around 45 miles an hour in the valley are possible. Now, I-5 area is going to see the worst of the winds for the valley. If you're in areas like Chico or Orville, gusts are going to be possibly around 35 miles an hour by that point in time, getting a little stronger towards your afternoon with gusts upwards of 40 miles an hour. Later on today by 3:30, could see gusts around 50 miles an hour in Redding. So this is what we're going to be looking at through the day. Tonight, later on this evening, it starts to diminish a little bit, and then tomorrow we're seeing gusts around 30 to 35 miles an hour out of the north. Not as strong as today. Today does look to be the worst of the fire danger ahead, and then by Wednesday evening, we're starting to see winds really diminishing. So that's good news heading into Thursday. The wind advisory in effect from 8 a.m. this morning through 11 p.m. today. Gusts up to 50 miles an hour are possible in the valley. Again, the worst of the winds are expected along I-5. Towards the afternoon, though, we're going to start to see those winds becoming gustier in Butte County as well. Gusts could knock trees into roadways. This is something to watch very closely, and watch out where you park. You could end up coming back to your car with a tree limb through your windshield. Getting a look at temperatures this morning. Starting out in the 30s to 40s. Grab your jacket on the way out the door. It is brisk out there in the valley. Low to mid 40s in the foothills. 20s to 30s in the mountains early on today. Satellite and radar. Unfortunately, we're dry and we're staying that way in your extended forecast. Expanding that look, you can see this cooler system dropping down from Idaho right now. This is one of the reasons why temperatures are so brisk over the next couple of days. This is also helping to result in those gusty winds moving down from north to northeast over the next couple of days. Meanwhile, this afternoon, temperatures topping out in the mid-60s in the valley, mid-50s to low 60s in the foothills, 40s to 50s in the mountains later on today. So staying chilly for the afternoon, and ahead in your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast where your weekend is always in view. Mid to high 60s for today. Very gusty north winds for the afternoon. Not quite as strong for the winds tomorrow, but fire danger staying high nonetheless with dry conditions and gusty winds. Winds diminishing late Wednesday into Thursday with mild weather on the way late this week. Low to mid 70s with sunshine in your forecast for Thursday on Halloween. That's pretty great news for trick-or-treaters. Mid to high 70s on Friday, mid 70s continuing with sunshine through your weekend, and not quite as cold this weekend, but low temperatures in the valley still dipping into the low 40s. So keep the jacket handy. No need for the umbrella through the weekend, but Julia, it actually looks like maybe a chance for a little wet weather towards the middle of next week. We're going to be keeping an eye on that for you right here on Action News Now.